Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to talk about the potential failed genome of the human species. The potential failed genome of the human species, the failed biology, the potential failed biology. The potential failed DNA. And what I mean by that is we as a species have right now the capability, the potential to evolve to states of existence that are far superior in comparison to what we are currently experiencing and living in the under the jurisdiction of, and perceiving reality through. So we perceive reality through not only a very minimal percentile of our capability, but we also experience reality through the context of constant cyclic digestion. There's just so many factors, you guys. Now, I'm not being judgmental, but we experience reality through the context of working, eating, and pleasure, and survival. Right now, we are in a very primitive survival loop. Even though we live in what's considered a technologically advanced society, we still, most of us at least, live in a cyclic, digestive, fight or flight, survival, engram repetition. Hope that makes sense. I've been up way too long, but it's the truth. Most of us will spend so much time in our life trying to get by and to survive that we will never experience anything beyond that. That's a problem. I'm not being judgmental. I feel sorry for people. I want to see the human species evolve to our greater potential. Even if we only move forward 5% towards our true capability, our true potential, we would be at such a more advanced state than we currently are. It's amazing to have experienced Kundalini in my early 20s. I had a handful of experiences in my early 20s for about 2.5 years, on and off. And I got to experience little glimpses of what the true human potential is in relation to the physiology, the mind, and the consciousness, the limitless nature of our existence. And after I got to experience those experiences, I tapered down off the kindling of the Kundalini fire, and I came back to my normal, which is far from normal, perceptions. The perceptions and the reality and the consciousness that I used to view reality through prior to the Kundalini awakening. So Kundalini has changed me massively after the fire has settled down, but I'm in no way, shape, or form in that same state of consciousness that the Kundalini showed me. I was given little glimpses of the truth. And the Kundalini, many people put a love and light spin on it, and I can understand why. I mean, it is non-causal states of bliss, joy, and ecstasy, but it's also a very divine war weapon. This machine can become so enlightened that the impossible rapidly becomes possible, and good can be done with it, bad can be done with it, but it is a divine tool that we can actually use to fight back against what is suppressing the evolution of the human genome. So this stuff may sound crazy to people. I don't know. I really don't care if people think I sound crazy. This is my channel, and if you resonate with it, you do. If you don't, you don't. It's going to be common for someone who's never... Excuse me, I just got a message. It's going to be common for people who have never studied this or experienced it to go, what the fuck is this sacred serpent guy talking about? He's obsessed with snakes. He thinks we can become enlightened and change the direction of the dimension and, achieve limitless states of reality. So, in my opinion, based on what I've experienced, things like breathing underwater, things like flying, things like, becoming invisible, bilocation, these are all very possible. What are you talking about, Sacred Serpent? You've never experienced them. No, but I've been in a state of consciousness that if I was allowed to remain in, I believe anything would be possible. So, you know, the Kundalini and the Merkaba, I don't know how many people watching this are familiar with the Merkaba, but the Kundalini and the Merkaba, in my own personal subjective experience, go hand in hand. And there's so many factors to this. It's difficult for me to put what's in my mind into words, because some of these things are hard to explain with the English language. Like, how do you explain things? How do you explain higher states of consciousness that are outside of our normal perception with the language that we use to communicate with one another in this lower state of existence? So it's a trippy fucking thing to realize that we have so much potential, but we're living in this suboptimal land of the bottom feeder, kind of shit eater bottom feeder reality. Excuse me, hiccups. And it's trippy because, you know, you experience these states of consciousness, and then you come back into the matrix. You see how we're all swimming in this fucking unhealth. We're all swimming in these insane states of these engram repetitions. Excuse me. Oh man. But the Kundalini and the Merkaba, I mean, the Merkaba, this divine chariot, so to speak, is so, it's a vehicle interconnected to our biology, our protoplasm, our blood, you name it. And when this Merkaba, here comes the sunlight. Let's move the car again. We moved it once already, but the sun keeps creeping up on me. Let's go driving and find a spot away from the sun. Fuck. Will this work? This will work for like 5 minutes probably. Okay. You see, the enlightened self is intimately connected to the Merkaba because the Merkaba is tethered to the endocrine system and the biology of an individual who's experiencing Christ consciousness through the arousal, stimulation, and rising of the Kundalini Uraeus. So, I don't even know if I'm making sense, you guys. I've been up way too late, but I'm just blown away. Sometimes I start making a video and I start flowing and I start thinking about these particular subjects, and I'm just blown away at how divine and how magical reality is supposed to be. We're not supposed to be stuck in cubicles all day in stressful situations. No, we're supposed to be quantum leaping different star systems, discovering things, doing evolutionary things with the collectivity of humanity, communicating with different life forms from elsewhere, communicating with the ones that are here beneath us. It's just, Jesus Christ, you guys. What a fucking shame to see what we've become. What are you talking about, Sacred Serpent? You're so negative, bro. You should put a positive spin on everything. I'm not like that. I don't think things get done efficiently when you constantly try to put a positive spin on negative things. I think it's positive to approach them directly and try to nip the bud and go from point A to point B. Let's create solutions to these stupid problems. Let's create solutions to stupid problems. I believe that diet alone has such an impact on our biology. I think it's one of the first steps to regaining some of our power. And like I said earlier, even if we only attained 5% more of our brain's capacity than we currently use, our heart's capacity, our endocrine system, we would have such a giant effect on the outcome of where we're going. Because right now we don't know who we are, what our purpose is, why we're here, what our mission is here in life. Most people really truly believe that they're here to work their whole life. And most people think it's common to live anywhere from 60 to 80 to sometimes maybe 100 years or more. this machine is we discredit and dishonor our biology. We dishonor our physiology, our existence, by putting such silly limitations on ourselves. I hope I make it to 100. I hope I make it to 80. You know, I might make it. I don't know. Grandpa made it to 90. Maybe I will. I'm hoping for the best. Just having no faith. And it's because we don't use our brains, ladies and gentlemen. We don't use our hearts. We don't use the full capacity of the blood. We don't have crystalline blood anymore. We don't have sacred blood anymore. So, anyways, sacred blood is the blood that moves through an individual who's attained the constant kindling of the Kundalini. I am not that in any way, shape, or form, no. I only experienced it for brief glimpses. My biology couldn't handle the heat or the electrical wattage of the Kundalini longer than it allowed me to experience it. But it showed me something, and afterwards I firmly believed that it was one of my duties to be a messenger, to try to touch people, to try to inspire people to start taking care of their health. Health was one of the main things that the Kundalini educated me about. The Serpentine realm, the ancestral realm, the angelic realms, the importance of purity when it comes to health. See, we don't acknowledge purity. No. We're still consuming tap water. We're bathing in it. We're eating shit day in and day out. Our emotions are all out of whack. Our minds have been heavily hypnotized. We have had some serious sorcery put on us. But you don't think that there's magicians in this world? You don't think there's black magic? You don't think that the upper echelons of this New World Order scum uses archetypal imagery, symbols that react with our mind? See, the human mind is heavily subjective to symbology. Symbols are very, very sacred. Symbols can be used for good things, but they can also be used for bad things. See, the people running the game, they have their shit figured out. They're not stupid. What are you talking about? There's no one at the top of the game. All that New World Order stuff, that's a hoax. That's bullshit. Well, I hate to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, but there's some serious reality to this stuff. I believe that only once you experience Kundalini will you know what I'm talking about. Only once you experience the true potential, even if it's for brief glimpses of our biology, of our physiology, of our consciousness, will you understand what I'm talking about, that we've been put under a spell. And a magnificent spell unto itself, let me tell you. We are like adults with I don't even know how to put it. We all think we're in college, metaphorically speaking, but we're still in preschool. So there's such a schism there. A lot of people think that they're grown up. Oh, I'm a grown up man. I'm a grown man. Put food on the table for my family, bro. I'm out there. I'm grinding. I'm doing I'm being a man. I don't know what being a man is. I'm going to wrap this one up. On behalf of the Sacred Starseed Serpent Uraeus YouTube channel, thank you for watching this video. I hope that my videos, my messages, my channel, and my passion can help inspire you to do something positive today for your health, whether that be getting a water filter, a shower dechlorinator, going out and getting some hibiscus flower, making some hibiscus tea, something. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm simply stating what's worked for me. You can use your own discernment and your own judgment to make a valid decision based on your own emotional state. If you want to experiment with hibiscus or any of the stuff I talk about, that's your own personal decision. I am not here telling people what to do. I don't like to tell people what to do because people may or may not react to things the way I do. So it's your own personal judgment. You can go out and find things. There's so many things to experiment with, you guys. There's so many different teas, barks, extracts, algae, herbal essences, flower essences, essential oils. There's so many different filters on the market. Water filters, shower dechlorinators, bath filters, whole house water systems. This is a lot of fun, dude. Excuse me. This is a lot of fun, you guys. To outfit your house, to make it healthier. What do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. You have everything to gain and everything to lose, depending on your mentality and whether or not you want to take action. Peace be with you all.